Hey there, and welcome back to Expert Challenges, an educational monster train series where we get a divine victory on every expert challenge. The previous episode was a beach episode, is the way I described it. We had no champion, no problem. This was a great one. It's honestly, I think it's actually the only one of the expert challenges that I fully believe is easier than the base game because it takes away your champion, which in some cases for say Fade or Primordium or Spine Chief, it can be a difficulty addition, but it gives you units in Limbo and also gives you essentially a free founding seal for every single ability you have, which is disgusting, as it turns out. I didn't even see multi-strike in this run, and I just ran a multiple Keeper of Echoes floor. I think there were 3 of them. They had plus 25, Incant Armor 2, there was a Nameless Siren Infusion with Keepers. We had absolutely, like I said, no multi-strike, and then there was also just like a self-infused Guardian Stone in there as well for some crazy scaling on defense. We had Karuska, Bog Slime, and there were also a bunch of Spell Chain, Echo transfers as well. So some of them even had holdover. I mean, the truth is that we just kind of went mad with power. We were able to scale our floor to 800 plus damage pretty easily, and it was just simple. A simple run. Even with the quote-unquote being cursed of not having multi-strike, it was no big deal. And that's the strength of it, right? I mean, we were getting double triggers on all of Keeper's floor-wide abilities, so pretty awesome. Now, I did have some people asking in comments why I chose to use Keeper of Echoes as the baseline instead of Nameless Siren. Part of it was, I mean, if you look strictly at Nameless Siren, yeah, you scale higher damage numbers faster, and it's easy to ignore the drop-off if you have enough rage, right? You don't lose that much. But mainly it was because with 4 units on the floor, it gets to a point where I'm getting like +8/+8, and the health I actually valued, right? Before I had everything configured in the run, the health that I was gaining from Keeper of Echoes and ability is more valuable than just raw damage. And I didn't have that Incant Armor 2 the whole time, so I wanted the health scaling, right? It makes Relentless easier, it makes it better so I can avoid the sweep damage on Divinity, etc, etc. Obviously, in the end, I had Guardian Stone and Incant Armor 2 on the guy, but, you know, fair enough, right? So that's kind of where it's coming from. Also, I think I'm going to have a hard time remembering. I think we got the plus 25 first on that. Man, I don't want to even talk about it. Basically, like there's that was not intending for that last slot to be both health and Incant Armor 2. The goal was to get a multi-strike in there or something, but we didn't see it, so we ended up filling it with the other thing. But regardless, we're moving on to Dangerous Minds. So today we have all your units count as all subtypes and you'll double your drafts, but the enemy units have haste, so you better get the most of it. Okay, this is a weird one. This is a very specific challenge that requires you to plan accordingly. Friendly units counting as all subtypes results in some very bizarre behaviors. So basically anything that functions with morsels, for instance, functions now with all units. Similarly, you could, for instance, Shroud Spike Primordium now, because he's no longer a champion, he's also a morsel. This is also good because things like Advanced Prototype or Gurg's Goad, which normally apply to only a specific subtype, now apply to all units. So this is pretty wildly positive in a lot of ways, but it's also conditional on seeing one of the pieces that actually scales you very highly, right? So there are some very important ones to look out for. I'll discuss what they are, but this is good. Okay, this is good. This is going to lead us down a direction. Everything getting haste. This is terrifying, actually. The Divinity waves getting haste, random combats getting haste. This actually makes it a lot harder than I think people realize. You need to be very strong in order to handle this, because you have to be much faster. You have to have a 2-turn setup. You can't play mid-floor. There's no sketches lines here that work. It's tricky. So I think this one is a very big negative, but also I think 2 for 1, each time you draft a card, gain a second copy. I think this is bad This is a bad effect that floods your deck with trash. Very rarely do I want 2 copies of the thing I just drafted. Examples might be things like maybe our Fledgling Imp or whatever, right? Where you want the Self-Infuse or something. This is usually pretty tough, and it makes drafting anything a bit of a scary prospective. Or prospect, rather, is the word I'm saying. A perspective, anyway. So that's where we're at. This is actually a little tougher than I think it gets credit for. But like I said, there are 2 things I want to keep in mind. The clans that have the most relics that affect all units in this challenge, and then also the clans that have the best cards that affect all units in this challenge. So the first is, you're going to look at this. I've had this plan for a while. We're going to play Primordium with Torch. And I'm not picking Primordium just because of Shroud Spike possibility, so that is a funny interaction here. Because he has an Eden ability, if you can Shroud Spike him, it actually does work. Mostly I pick Primordium because he's the best champion of these for everything. The only other really strong champion in these 2 clan combos, or with Umbra and Hellhorned, is Chartil Queen. But Chartil Queen, Imperialist, throws all units because everything is an imp. She won't throw herself, she throws other units, but it's not good, right? A lot of her lines rely on her tanking in front of something else and then throwing some endless imp repeatedly. So it can be a little dicey. So instead we're going to play Primordium, which is the stronger champion. Now also Primordium benefits from a lot of these things because with Superfood, for instance, you can have like advanced prototypes multi-strike getting passed on, right? Now we're not guaranteed to see all of these things, but still no matter what, even if we end up on aggressive edible 3, it's going to be good for us. Some other things, reason why I'm picking Umbra. There's 2 cards here that you can see that really ramp your run. One, Morsel Master. As weird as it sounds, Morsel Master copies any unit because it normally only copies morsels, but you can make 2 Primordiums. You could make, which is automatically awesome. You could make 2 of another banner unit you play on the floor. You could make 2 copies of imps that you play on the floor. So you could do some pretty silly things here. Similarly, Shroud Mitosis copies any unit because it normally only targets morsels. Now you can target anything. So just a lot of very, very strong plays here. Meanwhile, Hellhorned has all the imp relics, which are all great. Queen's Tail is excellent here, but really Gurg's Goat is the high roll, in my opinion. And it has all sorts of just powerful plays, powerful units, torches, good things here to value from. I think Melting has a nice shout out here as well. Melting has some good picks. You could give pretty much anything plus 30 in Burnout 1 with, Melting Spout, I believe it's called. But I don't think it's as good, simply because I think the other ones are better. So we're going to play Primordium with torches, and that's the plan. So, alright, a little bit longer of an intro because I had to explain a lot more than I was anticipating, but hopefully it's all informative. This is why you're here, right? You're trying to learn how do you play certain things on the Expert Challenge, why you should pick certain things. And this is the exposition on why you should do that, so yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and get in. So as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Everything looks correct. 25. Dangerous Minds. Yep. All right. Let's go ahead and get in on this. So, yeah, let's go. Hiya. All right. Hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing okay. I've got a very busy week for me right now, which is like busy week at work specifically, and it's busy in also some nasty ways. I have to like do performance stuff with some people, and I don't know. It'll be a tough week for me. There's not a lot of free time, even though I'd love there to be. So, and I'm spending some of it all here with you recording Monster Train. So here we are. So let's make the most of it. Let's enjoy it. All right, as before, today we are Exile Umbra, default Hellhorned. This is a good clan combo for this. We're starting against Dazed Talos, Spell Shield Arcus, Sap Seraph, with Making of a Morsel, Fledgling Imp, and Void Binding. All good cards, nothing incredible here. Fledgling Imp is of course great, but Void Binding, it's strong if we can use it. We're looking for perils if we can see it. Making of a Morsel, I guess it's okay. You know, it's scaling early on. It's going to be a little hard to play later, but it's at least something. I like Making of a Morsel. It's just morsels kind of suck. So if I can find ways of making them not suck, like winged technology or whatever, that's pretty cool. We have Hive Mind, Levity, 2 for 1. I've already explained what these are, but these are the mutators for the run. Alright. Temples today. 2, 3, 6, 7. 4 temples. Looking okay. Nothing incredible, nothing bad. Dupe on 8 is Steel Side, nothing special about it. We do have a magic shop with Cave on 7. Trinket shops are very, very powerful in this setup, this particular challenge. We want to hunt for Gurg's Goad, want to hunt for those relics that can really benefit from the particular mutators we have. So this is a good one. Trinket shop and Vortex, we like that. Steel shop on 6, no magic here. Steel shop has a Horde, but no removals at all. The other side has Hellvent, Boons, and Cave. So I don't know, that's kind of weak, but maybe we can use the Steel shop if we need to. Steel and Magic on 5, Magic being better, has the Vortex and some money. Steel shop has a Cave. No Horde here. Magic shop with no Steel shop on 4. So that's the second time this has come up. It happens on ring 7 and it happens on ring 4, which means we get a double. We do. Ring 4 also has Horde, Vortex, which is good, and Magic, Hellhorned banner as well. So nothing too excellent here, but reasonable, all things considered. Yeah, we do have the double Steel shops early. Yeah, we have an Umbra banner. Umbra banners are not terrible here with the Steel shop. I mean, remember the interaction with Dangerous Minds? Morsel Master is pretty strong here, but at the same time, you don't really want to look at Umbra banners if you can avoid it. So, you know, they're still bad, right? They're not great. If you have a forced draft, it can be valid, but the Hellhorn banners are stronger generally. We'll see. I mean, I can immediately use the Endless on the Imp as well, so there's that option. We'll see, yeah. Meanwhile, Ring 3 has Steel Shop with Health, boo, but we do have an Umbra banner with Hellvent. Kind of weird banners. We'll have to see what we see there. We are Primordium, so let's see what we can benefit from. We have Lost Luggage here as our starting relic. We also have Firewall. Both of these are good. Firewall is probably going to get a lot of mileage here, simply by virtue of the haste. Things will walk by us, and they will hit us. So the question comes down to, do I want the draw from Luggage? Probably. I think probably the Lost Luggage is stronger. It's tricky. Superfood, Stalwart Snack, where I'm going to open with Superfood. I don't necessarily love it, but it's better than anything else. I don't feel terribly strong on the Torch. I mean, we can also, by the way, we have Fledgling in plus Superfood, which is nice. Torches give us reach, but I don't like how everything has haste. We should play it chill. Like, I love this Horde. Man, if we see, like, Advanced Prototype, though, there are so many good relics. I think we should look. We have torches, right? Okay. Scorching Restraints is pretty awesome. It's good damage. Mark of an Exile is 5 health, so 15 health, essentially. It's not as amazing as you'd want it to be. I like Scorching Restraints here, though. It's not incredible, but it's something. Okay, fine. This is always going to be a challenge. We're going to want to look at a lot of relics to try to hit those Hive Mind targets. But it's going to be tough. We have a Armor Trial with... Yikes. We have an Armor Trial here, plus Guardians of Light. I did choose to go with the Trial because I want to see units. Sure. I think all of this makes some sense here. Now you can just get away with a little bit by playing Train Steward middle and guarantees a collector at least, which is something. Okay. I wish to play Fledgling Imp up top and then torch it away which is enough to kill the front guy. Terrifying. This foot soldier walks on me. I'm not happy about it. Well, he might not. If I draw into the fledgling imp, I can actually kill him. But I am very much concerned about actually surviving this. We'll have 34 health in front, which barely lives. Ugh. Yikes. Well, fair enough, I guess. Ugh, I am going to take a ton of damage here, aren't I? I think the angle is fledgling imp. I mean, this does kill everything. I take 11 damage. I eat so much here, but I do get to eat as well, so I don't know. We do live. It's a ton of damage taken, though. And I have no access to the back line in any meaningful way. I don't think we win this combat, maybe? Wow, it was close. Drawing into that's why I left these other train stewards in, is drawing into them. The possibility. That's dicey, but we do get through off the back of just the fledgling imp actually getting the kill. I mean, I guess we took no damage. It can't be that bad, right? Crazy. Alright, no perils. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I desperately wanted it. Okay. Immortal Trade. I should maybe consider this. I don't love having two of them. I don't love having two of them. This is going to be a struggle the whole run, by the way. Is the struggle of the how do I justify having two drafts here? Because I don't want two immortal trades. If I'd started with it, that's one thing. But I don't want a second one. And forcing myself to take one just to remove the other later, it's not a good value proposition. And Umbra Assault is a better ping. I don't really want the morsels necessarily. If we go down a morsel line, I have the making of a morsel already. Packed morsels. I don't think I want that either. I am seeing double Umbra banners. Do I have to take morsels? I don't love this. Let's grab the packed morsels. I don't love having two of them, but they are face tanks later on. It's okay. Welder helper. I have the Rage Imp. I have the Rage Imp. I think that's better. Let's grab Hornbreak here. These are pings I'm happy to grab, I think. Okay, fine. Gah. Shadow Eater, Alpha Fiend, Horned Warrior. Hilariously, Shadow Eater and Alpha Fiend are present. If you have them both, it's a pretty good run. Right? But at the same time, I don't have them both. I see them both. It's different. Horned Warrior, I suppose, is better. I don't love getting a second one of these guys either, but we got to do it, I suppose. It's just the way the game works. I can take Endless or Multi-Strike or Quick from left, so let's go there. I'm guaranteed to see something. Hey, Multi-Strike plus 25? Sure. Morsel Master is pretty big here, yeah? Morsel Master Infusion is pretty awesome. I think we gotta do it, right? Again, the struggle of getting both of them. I hate 2-for-1. This is more of a negative than I think even Levity is. I don't understand this because they mark this blue. Blue in the context of a mutator means it's some good and some bad, so at least they identify it's not all gravy, but dang, man. It's rough. Anyway, we're going to play Horned Warrior with a plus 25 here. I don't see any reason to do anything else, but I hate how many units I have. It's the biggest struggle here. I just have so much trash. I can infuse on ring 3 and not go too ham here. Let's just move on. Yeah, this is nuts. I don't love this. We have pings at least, which helps here for penitent prayers, but I think you've got to be very watchful of things like spikes, because they also have haste, right? This combat having haste is going to cause a lot of problems. So let's skip this money. I did get my upgrades already. Ugh, I want this money. I'm going to take it. If I lose a lot of health, it's okay. I have the lost luggage. Maybe I'll draw into some solutions here. Okay, this is going to look strange. We're going to play... Who do I want doubled? Because if I play Morsel Master first, I can't play both Horned Warrior and Primordium here. I think we go Horned Warrior first, then Morsel Master, then we double Primordium, is the angle. Yeah. Alright. Then Morsel Master drops in. Then we double Primordium here. Cool. We'll play the other Morsel Master middle. Actually, I'm going to ping bottom, because I want to get rid of that spicy guy. Okay. Alright. Let's pack morsels here. It's weird, but I do this... Ah, we didn't see a damage morsel. Unfortunate. Okay, so we're going to plink bottom then. No, yes, I'm gonna... 5 health. He could live. Alright, we're gonna play him. I'm gonna drop Antumbra Morsel, Antumbra Morsel, and Morsel Jeweler downstairs. He dies because I can't ping out the front guy, but I want to get the money. It's important. We at least clear something on bottom, which I think is worthwhile. We'll ping in back. This saves a lot of health. Sure, seems okay. We're definitely winning this combat. I have no fear about it, right? Plink first. Plink again. Hey, we got a kill. I'll take it. I am going to drop in double imps here. I mean, it ends this combat. They get doubled, which is funny, but it is the way it works. So we easy win this combat from here. Just drop in a void binding and chill. Cool. Okay. If we can do stuff like this, it's going to look strong. So that's great. No perils of production in the run. Incredible. Thank you, Monster Train. Very cool. We skip these. Vent? Vent is a very good card for plus 30s, 10 in piercings, other solutions. Clears backlines potentially. I should grab this card. I think Vent is one of the few cards I would take here, so we'll grab it. Already at 32 cards, by the way. Awful. Truly awful. Health? Steel Shop? I mean, an Endless would be cool. We'll go left and look for Endless, I suppose. Large Stone? Damage Shield 3 showing up is nice. Oh, well, I can't use it, but fair. Purge. Okay. Let's re-roll this and look for Endless real quick. Hey, buddy. Alright. Endless it is. I love that. Okay. Before we do anything too crazy, let's go into this cave, see what we hit. Bone Dog. I actually think the free purge here is very good. We're going to use this purge to cut one of my many banner units that I do not want. Second Horned Warrior leaves us today, finally. I do think this is time for Infusion. I think the Morsel Master Infusion is more important than the Horned Warrior, or rather than the Fledgling Imp Infusion here, for the moment, because this lets me play into this double Primordium business as soon as possible, and also reduces the likelihood that we miss this guy on turn 1. I also think we should plus 30 event here. And if we see holdover on this, we'll feel good about it. And we move on from here. Yes. Okay, drafts are very dangerous. We got to be careful about them. I'm already at 30 cards. I'm going to need a lot of tools here. Okay, the plan is making of a morsel first, then Horned Warrior. The order matters so I don't accidentally double them and can't play the things on the floor that I want. Then we double Primordium. This is good because despite it passing on Sap in this particular combat, it passes on 6 Rage as well, which I'm a big fan of. I'm going to go ahead and plink. Alright, cool. She gets a Dazed. I'm not so stressed about it. And then I think we just vent here. This actually punches 10 damage in, which is kind of cool. So I'm okay with it. It's fine. Good. Alright, now we are going to play some crazy stuff downstairs. I'm going to drop in the Morsel Master and then double the Imp and then ping out the middle enemy. And we actually swing here, which is crazy. Very cool. I can stop a bunch of damage upstairs, which I like, and which I will do. Good. We don't get to swing, sadly, but that's okay. I play double imps. They clear everything. We kill an enemy. It's good. Cool. Alright. This bottom guy with 1 hit point is actually doing fine, which is great. I'm going to shoot the guy in the back downstairs. I'm going to go ahead and pact morsels. As weird as this looks, we go ahead and pact morsels first. We get the double miner upstairs, which I'm a big fan of. Huge fan. I can plink downstairs, which is great. We pretty much give downstairs a bunch of random stuff here. Cool. Then I think we play the fledgling imp upstairs. And I'm pretty sure we win from here, right? True. Alright, cool. This is a great example of Scorching Restraints going and doing a lot of work. Big fan of this. I can ping in the back, doing well. My imp, I have currently a winning floor upstairs, so I'm not afraid. It's good. Then we can play the fledgling imp here, which is great. Put a void binding down somewhere for funsies. Doesn't change anything, but that's okay. We do a ton of damage here. Looking good. I was thinking there might have been a possibility we could win on bottom. I'm going to ping my own guy upstairs so I can play that imp again. Then we're going to face tank with some train stewards. They add some value here. Yeah. Fine. 345 with my random Morsel Master downstairs is pretty reasonable, I think. She hastes, of course. Just play the imps and we win easy. Alright, cool. Okay, so we're using the Hive Mind with Morsel Master right now, so that's pretty cool. Umbra Stone. I hit 3 times. Umbra Stone, I don't want 2 of these. It's very bad. Kindle is one of the rare instances where if I could use this, it would be good to have 2, but I don't think I can use. There's no Prismal Dusts right now. Wretch. Wretch is just more Primordium, I suppose. It's not a bad idea. I'm debating on Wretch here. Wretch on Primordium is pretty cool, especially if once he gets Damage Shield, I think he can actually survive. And he will get it, whether that's now on Ring 4 or on Ring 7, unclear. Depends on if we see Stalwart Snack or what. But I actually don't love Stalwart Snack here, if only because the double Primordium takes up a lot of space on the floor, and that Rage wears off quickly from Scorching Restraints. I'm going to click Wretch, and we're going to accept that. Steelworker is interesting, would be the good normal infusion. Railbeater, Shadow Eater, we skip here. We could have made Alpha Eater, but this is just not correct. Draw. I think it's got to be draw here. Is it ever space? No, I'm overstacking most of the time. I think it's just draw. This is not curse. No. It's just I need to move through this 32 card deck faster. Removals are very powerful. A holdover would be nice though. Holdover would be pretty cool into that vent. And I get the money here to re-roll this. Let's look. We'll take the chance to look here. Hellhorned Banner. There's no chance I take any of this. We skip Railbeater, skip all that. Merchant of Magic says 20 and consume on a plink. Sure, I like it. I want to grab this -1, but at the same time I don't. Let's look at this Horde. Gurg's Goad. Gurg's Goad on the dangerous mines. Okay, we are now cruising. Primordium is now passing on Multi-Strike. He is ridiculous. Let's go ahead and go Superfood too. Yeah, alright, so Genuinely, I believe that Superfood 2 is better here. Stalwart Snack could pass on a truckload of rage, but you have to understand, with haste, I really need to play my imps fast. So, with that in mind, I want Superfood 2, possibly even Superfood 3 on this run. I do think Superfood 2 is critical right now. If we don't see the Stalwart Snack pivot, fine. I want to be able to reroll into a holdover. It's important. I don't see it. It's okay. We're going to go ahead and take this -1 somewhere, at least. -1 plus 10, a vent, maybe. I'm going to purge the other Morsel Master here. I think this is important to get rid of. Banner units must be cleaned up. Yes. A -1 I'm for sure grabbing. I'm going to -1 plus 10 a Hornbreak. It's just good business, I think. It's just a good card. Alright, cool. We move on. 70 shards here is dicey, but I think we get out of it. Spell Shield. This is Absolvers, though. It is Absolvers. I should be fast enough here. Let's go ahead and take money. I think we're fast enough here. Also depends on if this guy gets upgraded or not. He did not. That's exciting news. We're going to go ahead and... How do I do this? Okay, so I'm thinking about... I was like, okay, I can play Morsel Master, then play Rage Imp, then shoot the Rage Imp. But it doesn't connect Rage with Primordium. I could give up on double Primordium. It's a lot of... It's a big drop, right? It's a huge drop in terms of like damage shield and multi-strike to give up on double Primordium. But getting Rage down would be useful. Getting Rage into Primordium is also pretty good. I could do like Primordium and then Rage Imp on the Primordium, which is then 8 Rage that he's passing on, which is honestly, I think, enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 space, and then I just don't double any unit here. I would pass on Ember Drain. I'd pass on Ember Drain so that I would take only 1 Ember next turn. Or I could just play it normally and get rid of the Curse guy, which is also quite desirable. I think we just play this normally, right? We just go Horned Warrior first. I shoot Curse Guy. I could shoot in front and get rid of most of the damage on this floor, but I think shooting Curse Guy saves me an Ember next turn, which I value a lot, so we do this. I then go, okay, there's no Packed Morsel value here from this order. I could have maybe saved that Ember Drain if I'd played Packed Morsels first and just dropped a random morsel down. I was trying to be optimized with the Packed Morsels getting 3 units instead of being full on my floor, but I did not get it. And now I can't play a morsel in because if I do, I can't fit Primordium. So that's kind of a mistake on my part. All right, it's very difficult combat to articulate with all of these modifiers. I think we still crush it though. I'm not terribly worried. And then we'll just drop a Train Steward mid-floor, I think. He can go and deal with Collector if it spawns there. Yeah, we get it. Cool. I do want to Train Steward plus Fledgling Imp downstairs. I don't think this guy ever lives, but you know, fair enough. Dang, it happens though. We clear top floor pretty confidently. It's a lot of rage, it's a lot of multi-strike. It looks pretty decent. I'm gonna do it again downstairs. We can go ahead and play the Fledgling Imp down, which is cool. Great. He shoots. I like the fact that he shoots. We can work through some Spell Shield here. Fine. We clear top floor just because there's so many multi-strikes. It's fine. And then now we tank with... up here, which is awesome. Yeah, the fact that 2 enemies attack is good. We have 10 attacks here. We easily clobber this floor. which is just great news, right? We still have 10 damage shield. I think we have a pretty confidently powerful line here, and I'm good with it. I'm going to shoot the actual Endless Imp here. Good. Oh, he copied the Ember Drain, didn't he? That's funny. I don't need to play it again, so I'm just going to chill on this and let that Imp ride. And then get some morsels in. We'll shoot one of the guys in the back, and we chill on this combat. I think he wins in one round because he attacks like 50 times. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. We skip these cards. I do not want double drafts of any of these Umbra cards. Branding Right, Inflame, Impish Scholar. These are all kind of whatever plays, I think. Yeah, these are all kind of whatevers, I think. We're getting a lot of cat action in the background. Hopefully you all enjoy cat. Meow. Good friends. We're going to skip these cards. I don't think I need this. I need to just hit this imp faster. Once I self-infuse this imp, it's going to be even more powerful. So I think that'll be good. Skip here. Okay. I'm now interested in removals because I have both the Endless and the Multi-Strike I need. So Magic Shop is good. I'm also looking for a holdover, so I think that is solid. We need to try to clean this up to the best of our ability. Hopefully we see the holdover. We do. Holdover is great. You know, if you just kind of hit all of the important things, we can do a lot of good work. The Vent holdover is huge value. Let's go ahead and -1 the other Hornbreak. Just solid plays. We'll 20 consume a Plink here. I'm going to go ahead and re-roll this. Sure, all fine. We'll take another -1 somewhere, probably Void Binding. Eventually this gets to a point where I can actually play this. Sure. Plus 10 magic power, make the other Hornbreak good. I'm going to buy a removal on a Train Steward here. And I get double removals now into other Train Stewards. Torches are good because I can plink my own imps, or rather ping my own imps. Plinks are bad, but they're good 20 consume targets. I might not see more magic shops. Probably not seeing the one on Ring 7. I want to save money after this point and buy maybe advanced prototype or something there if we can find it. On Ring 8, we do have a dupe. I don't know if I need that dupe for anything. Magic Shot might be stronger with the Vortex. Okay, I'm basically deciding if I should be cutting Plinks here or if I should be cutting Train Stewards, because Train Stewards do go away. And they're not bad on random floors for the moment with the multi-strike. I'm seeing at least one more Magic Shop. So I think we're never clearing all Plinks with 20 consumes, so I think we cut one Plink here. Okay. Do I need this money? I should probably grab this money if I'm planning on going to this trinket shop. 80 into this combat is a little dicey. Maybe if it's Crystal Cloak, that could pose an issue. We go to this Hellvent and Caverns and money next floor. What do you Hellvent here? Could be Void Binding, actually. A little interesting. Could be a lot of things. That's also going to be when we do our infusion on Imp mode, so that's cool. Alright, well, we'll see. There are no removals on this next ring. I think we chill a little bit. I'm kind of, well, it's good money to have walking into a trinket shop. There's a lot of things we could hit. I'm going to grab it. It's fine, and let's move on. Yeah, I could buy a removal with that. I'm not going to. I want to save it. Sycophants of Seraph, giving them multi-strike seems like a bad idea, but I do have a holdover vent, so I'm going to take this. If I can get this relic, it's worth it. Okay. First order of business, Plink downstairs. Amazing. We get a morsel. I'm good with it. We play a morsel. I play Horned Warrior Friend, and then we double Primordium. We double shoot the guys downstairs because I can, and we play out a Train Steward, and I think we cruise. We're getting a lot of multi-strikes pass through, and I high roll into the vent, which is incredible news. So I think we genuinely now just vent this floor out. None of these other cards are particularly worthwhile. I guess we could Plink. and then you retch. This is funny, because then I can actually get like 12 damage into this guy in the back, I think. Right? Oh no, he has multi-strike, never mind. I'm over here like, it's possible, but it's not. It's not actually possible. Okay, top floor does clear. We're gonna play the Fledgling Imp just so that I can get him back next turn when I have space, and then we vent this out. The vent is doing incredible work for us. Let's just play the morsels, I suppose. The nice thing about them is that I can always get them back when I need to with Retch that I did take. So now, I mean, it's as simple as Fledgling Imp upstairs. Great work, go team. I can plink downstairs, give myself some damage shield friends, and then vent this out. Solid. Okay, cool. We retch here for exactly the same reason I described above. You double imp. Okay. Oh my gosh, it also brings back Primordium. Hold up. I almost forgot that Primordium is a unit that can benefit from this. Let me just drop in double Primordiums here, and yeah, that's a run of Monster Train, huh? We vent up here and we save a lot of everything. We save a lot of hits into my damage shield. We cruise this. If I drop the Void Binding here, I think it's just straight up over. But it's already over. I'm doing... Excuse me, how much damage am I doing right now? I have 12 hits. Seems good. I think we've kind of answered the run. Just hit the vent and let it ride. There's no way we lose here. I hit for like 10 billion damage. My guy just one-turns him. This is what you like to see. This is a good-looking run. Oh, baby. Resonant Shard. Absolutely happy to have it. Shroud Mitosis. Cool. Okay, so that's a really good card to pick up here. This lets me do things like Shroud Mitosis Primordium. Yeah, we're going to click it. It's a very powerful play. Fun fact, impressive. I could sacrifice anything here, so I could kill my own randos. Or just going to skip other cards. Shroud Mitosis is one of the few picks that I think would just 100% grab. No doubt in my mind. Let's go to the right. I already described this. Let's go ahead and self-infuse the imp. This is the time to do it. Yes. He's powerful now. Because remember, this is kind of like Ashes of the Fallen, but better. Really good. 10 in piercing, a -2. Interesting. I don't know about any of that. We'll look in the caves, see what we hit. Ember Stasis, Penitent Remains. I mean, Penitent Remains is kind of disgusting when you consider that I'm giving multi-strike so many times over, and it also affects Primordium. Right? This is kind of a nonsense amount of strength. The Lost Luggage is doing a ton of work in this run, for the record. Yeah, let's take Penitent Remains. You're gonna get to see this become silly. Now, what's the dupe? It could honestly be a vent. Or it could be a Fledgling Imp. You may ask why. The answer is simply because 2 vents is powerful play. I'm happy to have more of them in my draws. It slows me down a little bit, but most importantly, it means I'm more likely to draft to hit it when drawing. I think I'm going to double that vent. Yes. Cool. And we move on from here. I think we chill. This is a 100 shard run. I'm not going to try to go too hard. The haste is very dicey. Extremely dicey. We just have to play it chill. Yeah. Having second vent means that I actually draw into it here, which is incredible news. Play a morsel first. Good. Then play Horned Warrior Buddy. Watch what this damage looks like when I drop Primordium in. Ooh, buddy, that's so powerful. It's good. Now I could pack morsels here and just sack them. I suppose. I'm probably going to eat some curses for this. Keep in mind, by the way, the Rally Shard does affect everything. A non-morsel unit, remember, morsels are everything here. So, it's a kind of funny reality, but fine. They're dazed for a year. Alright. This lucky guy has stealth, so he avoids passing away, which is funny, I suppose. I'm going to play out a train steward downstairs, because you might as well hit the enemy here. We're going to shoot the boss, because you might as well. We go double making of a morsel here and just feed it into random dude. And then I think I'm clicking vent downstairs. And we actually clear this floor, right? Yeah. Now this is a lot of stuff I'm just randomly eating, so this dilutes a little bit, but it's okay, I think. Big fledgling imp downstairs is good. But you'll see what I mean when I do this. I'm literally going to... The Shroud Mitosis? I'm not playing, so I think we just click Shroud Mitosis into Primordium here. Reasonable, I think. Reasonable. That's a good floor, huh? And then we vent downstairs for funsies. This is good because it means that the imp dies and this guy in back actually just straight up gets killed. That's a lot of value. That's what we describe as a lot of value here. It's a good thing he's... Look at this, 14 multi-strike. Let's go ahead and click Wretch, I think. We're going to shoot something downstairs first. Make space. Wretch back 6. It's good. Now I do need to... I'd like to... Fledgling Imp up here. And then torch out the Endless one. Then we Primordium. Good, great. It's crazy how much damage we've gotten from Penitent Remains. The math here kind of checks out when you think about it, because I think when you Shroud Mitosis, it actually triggers the Penitent Remains on the base card, as weird as it is. So, not entirely certain about that, but believe it's accurate. May as well feed some stuff here. And then I guess we're going to double vent downstairs. There's no reason not to. Top floor, I mean, I could press end turn here, I'm pretty sure, and I think we have the victory, right? My guy has 24 damage shield and currently attacks for something in the order of like 10,000 damage, so that's kind of fun. Seems reasonable to me. Oh no, I'm giving him daze. Fine, just vent out this floor. I'm not going to go too ham here, I don't think. Yeah, like, I think we're chilling. Is the state of things. Oh, hey, look, I get another Shroud Mitosis. Seems fun. I mean, I am gonna click it, right? Oh no, my vents. It's okay. 113 damage upstairs seems reasonable. The only reason we don't immediately win here is because of stealth, which is hilarious to me. Alright, just press end turn. I'm over this. We do a bajillion damage. Like, look at this. 957 times 23. Alright, I clicked one imp. Fine. Sure. It's okay. We did it. And then I'm going to self-ping my own imps out because reasons. I can also just Shroud Mitosis my guy, but truly, like, the enemy stands no chance. I should just click end turn on that. Transcend Imp. Having Transcend Imp is not bad. Having two of them, I don't know. It's a big burst, but it's an unnecessary win more. And it actually hurts my draws, so I think I skip here. We have the pieces. I have 33 cards in my deck. I think we have everything we need to win. I just need to not accidentally lose. Let's go hunt for Advanced Prototype and just really send it, I think. We have enough money to re-roll this Trinket Shop. Chain of Gems. We're never going to do it this way, because I mean, what this does, this is 2 damage shield on my morsel guy on turn 1, which is good if I were fighting Patient. I mean, it's good anyway. I should click it. I'm thinking about it, if only because it would be nice to... It would be nice to be able to re-roll that and look for something better. I don't think this matters. We generated enough damage shield, enough everything here. Let's go ahead and re-roll. Pyrestone housing. Now that dupe is suddenly a little more interesting to me. Or, not the dupe. What do you dupe here? I don't actually know. Everything looks good. I don't really need more copies of anything. You could make a density play on the imp, at least. Temple spell chain here. You could spell chain a Shroud Mitosis and become one with God, is kind of how that works. The removals here are a little tighter. I think it's going to be plinks. If we get 20 consumes, they can go into torches. Train stewards are not helpful, but they're not that bad, I suppose. They go away is an advantage. The plinks do not. Yeah, the plinks do not is the thing. Normally you hold on to things like plinks and whatever because you can 20 consume them, but you get to a point where I've had so much trash in my deck, I haven't actually cleaned up as much as I'd like. So walking into the final bosses, I think redrawing a 1 damage plink is among the worst things that can be done. If I am going to the 20 consume coming up, the magic shop, it's pretty cool. I don't know. I don't think I get this Pyrestone housing prospectively here. I could go hammered chest plates. It provides a lot of health. It's an extra 10 health per play because I double Primordium. Improved Firebox. There's really nothing I'm spending that much Ember on, frankly. I think we just kind of skip here and save the money. So in that case, let's plan on going magic side. We'll cut a plink because I could see 1 for a 20 consume. And then we'll cut a Train Steward. Torches are good for imp clearing. I don't mind them. So Train Stewards are aggressively pretty bad. I guess we could get rid of the Bad Vent. Get rid of Bad Vent here is actually pretty reasonable. I guess if you're thinking about it, the Bad Vent is a better 20 consume than the Plink. So I guess we actually drop the other Plink here. True, actually. 100% agreed. It's one of those weird circumstances where I didn't think about the fact that I had an extra vent from the double draft. So let's actually go ahead and remove one more card here. Buy a removal on... We'll leave Bad Vent in for now, maybe? Maybe. Making of a Morsel. It's not a great card. I don't mind it. It's good to bait Ember Drain at least. Every cut has a lot of value. Let's actually drop a Train Steward here. We're actually getting to the point where I feel like we can cut those. It's not Firebox. I don't have an intrinsic Mega Play, and I don't think I need one. Okay. They're showing me the Stalwart Snack, and frankly, I don't think it's worth it. Between Wretch and Shroud Mitosis, a shorter-lived Primordium is better. A shorter-lived and more powerful Primordium is better. 4 damage shield, I think, is great here. So we're going Superfood 3. This is enough survivability to carry pretty much anything through Divinity, which is good. I'm going to go ahead and click the spell chain into Shroud Mitosis here, because I can put a -1 in this later and use this to create like 18 copies of Primordium. Which is crazy. Although, let me think about this for a minute, right? There's a 7 space limit on the floor, 7 unit limit on the floor. With a 7 unit limit on the floor, you have 2 Primordiums, 1 Hellhorned Warrior, 3 of them is 6. I wonder, does he trigger the... What does this say? When you summon a morsel unit on the floor, create a copy. So this should... I think it cascades, right? I think Shroud Mitosis triggered Horn Warrior's ability, or rather Morsel Master, so I think in reality, spell chaining Shroud Mitosis does nothing, unless I plan on playing it on 2 separate floors. Kind of interesting. I could Tenon Piercing the other vent randomly, so it's at least functional. I'm going to just 20 consume and or remove it, though, and clean up the run. I think we move on. We're fine. Cool. We'll save a large portion of our money here. Penitent. Mark of Invasion. There's a lot of stuff here that could cause me some problems. Mark of Invasion can kill my Horned Warrior. I think we win already. I think we just turn this off and we don't risk this. This also does stupid things with combat, not combat, but wave 2, because there's 4 on middle, but the bottom floor is hasting up, so you create a super floor. This is more dangerous than it looks. I don't think there's any reason to take it here. We don't need the money that badly. With this draw, we would have been okay thanks to the vent, but that's okay. Plink downstairs, good. Cool, I was kind of hoping I would hit Morsel Buddy. Otherwise, the strategy is the same. Clone Primordium, go mad with power. Cool, shoot bad guy, I guess. I'm going to play the Packed Morsels. This is weird. I'm doing this mostly for Collector. It works, right? I mean, they get it. They do it. It's good. Alright, fair enough. Pop the guy downstairs, and then just click the vent button. Cool. Easy turns, at least. I like that. Alright, we get Fledgling Imp, which must be played. He can come back later. I'm going to go ahead and Shroud Mitosis upstairs. That totally does trigger the base card's Penitent Remains, and cascades that. That's kind of crazy. And then what? I guess we play out a Packed Morsels and just get them sacrificed, pretty much. There's no reason to hold on to them here. At least they do a lot of damage, actually. Good grief. Cool. They actually just kill a man, which is ridiculous when you think about it. Then we're going to play Fledgling Imp. Now, it's important here that I actually ping out the real one. Good. We'll burn a Plink just to get rid of it, and then I will vent downstairs. I mean, I think we're in super control here, right? Yeah, so now it's Wretch. I play Fledgling Imp upstairs. I shoot the real one, and then I play back Primordium here. And then I Shroud Mitosis Primordium, and this has gone completely ballistic. At this point, truly we are beyond repercussions. I cannot lose, is what's happening here. Cool. I no longer need the Fledgling Imp. Just click Vent a few times and move on with your life. Ah, yes. Here, I'll make more copies of Primordium. This all seems reasonable, yes? Yes. Cool. I have just end turn. Just end turn. At this point, I just thought about it and I said, you know what? I think this damage number is working. Here's have a Void Binding for good measure. We can do even sillier things. Here, have more Primordiums. Reasonable. Reasonable. Oh my gosh. Oh, hey, look, I could Shroud Spike Primordium if I really feel like it now. I mean, it's actually not bad, right? It's not bad when you think about it. Sure, buddy. Sure, we'll click it. Absolutely. Pyre Chomper, I don't want to add too much crap to this deck. We're doing great. This run is ridiculous, and it's kind of showcasing abusing Hive Mind to offset the downsides. Let's go to the Magic Shop and just remove some trash, I think. We have all the pieces to win otherwise. We're winning for sure. Mask of Penumbra is a free card draw, which is good, as it turns out. So we're going to just click that. I'm going to re-roll here. Okay, Hell's Banners, Collection of Tales, Golden Vault. All fine, I suppose. I mean, we could use this to generate more Shroud Spike value, which is funny and good. I could Permafrost a Shroud Spike, which I think I should actually do. Too bad I skipped those Kindles, huh? I mean, the thing is that they would have been dead cards until this point, so it's not actually that good. Now, there is money in the middle. How do I feel about any of these relics? Rage Not Decaying is actually pretty good, considering the low rage on each Primordium. It's actually pretty darn good, huh? I actually think this is good enough just because of the fact that I'm having a wide floor and all of the rage does get funneled in. So this actually represents a sizable amount of rage into Horned Warrior. So we're going to take Collection of Tales, and I think the removals here are simple. We're not actually going to be able to get many purchases here. We get like a -1 and a +10 or something, so fine. I suppose I will make a Shroud Mitosis cost 0, and I'm going to put a plus 10 into a torch, I think. Honestly, I guess it goes in the vent. I'm not going to be able to remove it here. It's better than the torch. So, cool. We'll cut some garbage. It's going to be... The cuts here are Train Steward. He's hard to play. And... honestly, making of a morsel here is going. Sure. We're down to 30 cards at least. Mask of Penumbra is good. I'm pretty likely to be able to just constantly get another card draw out of it every turn. Thanks to the Imp, right? The Imp is a morsel in this particular instance. I think we completely crushed this. Let's go 125 out of 100 and face Seraph here. Yeah. One of the nice things about Collection of Tales is it helps offset the sap that we're going to be facing as well. We're going to be funneling a ton of sap into my guys. So... there is that as well. Plink downstairs. Great. I get the same game plan I normally take here, right? Which is Jeweler down to take Ember Drain. Horned Warrior. Good. Primordium in. Great. And then we sack Fledgling Imp. Bottom. And we click Vent. Sure. Cool. Good. We want to keep playing it. Now, the sap here is causing some issues. We're going to click Wretch, and I'm going to put the Jeweler middle. This is going to bait Seraph at least a little, which is important. It's true. That is important. Let's pop upstairs here, I think. May as well save that hit. We're going to vent downstairs, so I don't care that much. Sure. Okay. We do enough damage to kill that top wave guy. Strong. Yeah, see, this baits him here, which is great news. Shroud Spike does totally work, which is redonkulous when you think about it. I'm sorry, how strong is this? You ever see this? Shroud Spike Primordium for 3? It's just so wildly powerful that I think I'm going to click it and just give up my Fledgling Imp. Huh. That seems good, huh? That seems good. Cool. This Morsel lives. Morsel is too powerful. Incredible. The Morsel baits again. I get Wretch. Amazing. I do need to be careful. I think we're going to pass on an infinite number of Ember Drain by doing this, but when you think about it, there's really not that many other cards I need to play. Ah, shame. Now I draw into something. It's okay. This is just like forever Ember Drain now, but it's okay, because I just click Shroud Mitosis and we move on with everything. Cool. I'm reasonably certain we've won the run. I mean, pretty soon we're going to kill Seraph here, is the thing. Yeah, come back to this floor, bud. Oh, yeah, he's gone. Good chat. We did it. I mean, this is... Behold, he's just going to pummel him. Like, he just goes for it. Just completely goes for it. The Shroud Spike is simply too strong. Alright, good job. Good job, bud. I think we're going to do something similar to the Divinity, maybe even faster, so... This is what you're hoping to see with Dangerous Minds. Something like this. Primordium with Superfood enables a lot of the nonsense. And, yeah. Packed Morsels is good. We're going to use that. We do this just to absorb the Ember Drain so I can still play other cards. It's good. Primordium drops in. It's good. We're going to blast bottom floor. I think we're actually going to... Well, I have both vents, which is kind of neat. I think I can push more damage through by doing it the other way around. So we go ahead and double ping here. Then everything else is free. We clear the damage shield. We blast here. I get to then kill both frontline guys here. We have essentially cleared that wave, which is very helpful. It's a weak floor. So we plink bottom. Good. I'm going to click Making of a Morsel and play it middle just to draw a card. Cool. Vent this. Fine. Alright. Not a great draw order, honestly. Cool. Okay, so we actually do see the important pieces, which is a single Shroud Spike kind of swings this wildly. Even at 3 Ember, I mean, this is incredible, right? We just go ahead and click it. Cool, that swings a big amount of damage. And then I can vent once upstairs, which clears out some hits here, and we can vent once downstairs, which clears up this floor a bit. I think we have the pieces to win pretty confidently. We get a Wretch back soon. Or actually, I mean, you just go ahead and Shroud Mitosis, my guy, and my floor is currently covered with 10 billion damage enemies. So we actually just win on this turn, because thank you, Monster Train, very cool. I think the front guy wins. Yeah, and I had 7 of them. Keep that in mind for you. 6-turn boss rush, reasonable. Very reasonable plays. Yeah, so that's Dangerous Minds. It's pretty straightforward if you know what to look for, and you find even any of the pieces. There's a reason why Umbra is such a good clan for this, and Primordium is the perfect champion for it. So I think you pretty much should always do it this way. You could maybe argue into a melting run, but this is just such a powerful play overall with Primordium and everything that this is plenty. It wins, right? We get it. So the real takeaway, I mean, I didn't even end up using Fledgling Imp in the end, though it would have crushed as well. Just the combination of all the things we had. The Penitent remains going mad with power. Gurg's Goad on Primordium is nonsense. I actually think Scorching Restraints was a critical part of this run. Being fast is really important, and Rage 3, even multiplied like that a little bit, was really helpful. We were clearing second turns based on this Rage alone, pretty much. So I don't skip on things like Scorching Restraints like this. I'm glad I grabbed this straight up, so... Otherwise, I mean, Shroud Mitosis is disgusting. Easy excellence here. Play it on Primordium, go mad. Play it on your unit, go mad. All good. Horned Warrior did excellent. The Morsel Master Infusion providing the biggest value here. Starting with some hits, you know, Horned Warrior plus Multi-Strike, it's solid, right? All good. The Shroud Spike on Primordium, we even got that. I don't even know what else to say. I want to put like 5 different cards on this thumbnail, but we'll have to pick something. It'll probably be Shroud Mitosis. How often does that get put on a thumbnail, right? But yeah, good run overall. The biggest challenge, I think, actually, was not the run itself or articulating the combats. I think it was dealing with how many card drafts we had. We had to aggressively remove, and I still think we had like 30 cards in the end. So that is a really big challenge. If you want to add 1 card that's good to your deck, you have to add 2 copies of it. And that kind of sucks. So keep in mind that this can be very punishing. Huge shout out to Lost Luggage for drawing me through 1/3 of my deck on turn 1. Very important. Obviously, in the end, we were drawing 8 cards a turn thanks to the double draw plus Mask of Penumbra, though, so it provided less value as time went on, but super important early and mid game. And it still helped at the end, right? A couple extra cards, so. Anyway, I think that's all we've got here. We did provide the win. Excellent work, Go Team. I don't remember what's next, but it's probably going to be terrible. We'll find out then. So anyway, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.